Welcome back. My name is Madan. In this video, we are going to implement Bootstrap confirmation dialog when performing the delete operations in our pet model. So here we are in our project that we created in our earlier session, and it's up and running in localhost 5000. And when we click on delete button, it will ask for the confirmation, but it is a kind of plain old-fashioned confirmation dialog. And in this video we are going to replace this with the Bootstrap model. So let's cancel this and head over to our project. And if we see here the code of the delete link, what it does is it directly calls the delete actions of the pet controller. So in order to show the Bootstrap model dialog, we need to make the call to the server indirectly through JavaScript. So let's start this. For this purpose, we need to add a JavaScript file. So here we are in our www root folder, and inside the JS, let's add a file called delete.js. And for the interest of time, I have already created the code for delete.js file in my GitHub repository. So when you go to the github.com/upradimodern45/delete.js, in this URL you will find a file called delete.js, and this file uses jQuery. And what this file does, what the code in this file does, is it makes the server call based on the passed parameter, and it shows the Bootstrap modal dialog when performing delete operation. So let's copy the code of this file and paste it here. After this, we need to include this delete.js file in our layout file. So let's go to layout.cshtml and let's include this delete.js file. I'm gonna copy this here and paste it here. Just modify this js/delete.js, and I'm gonna copy this one more time and again paste it here. So here are these scripts around when we are in the development mode, and this script runs when we are not in the development mode. That could be either production, staging, or testing stage. So with this, we should be able to use our delete.js file, and what this delete.js file requires is it requires the class of the button that we click from user interface, or the class of the button that we want to wire up the Bootstrap model should be delete. So we need to give the button the class of delete. So let's head over to index.cshtml and let's remove this from the button, and we need to give this button a class of delete. So after this, what this script needs is it needs the data ID, data controller, data action, data body message, and data redirect attribute. So let's add these attributes to the button. Data dash ID, here we are going to pass the ID of the pet that we want to delete, pet.id. After then, it needs data controller equal to the name of our controller, pet controller, and it also require us to pass the action, data action equal to, and the name of our action is delete, and by the way this is not a case sensitive. After then it requires us to pass body message and redirect URL. Let's call data dash body message equal to, let's give the message that you want to display in your modal dialog. Delete this page. And the last parameter that it requires is the data redirect URL. So if you want to redirect the user to any other URL after completing the delete action, you can provide data redirect URL here. Or if you just want to stay in the same page and don't want the user to redirect anywhere, then you can leave this attribute, or you don't need to provide this attribute here if you don't want the user to redirect anywhere after completing the delete operation. And one thing here, we are using jQuery data function to read the data attributes. So in index dot in here we write the attribute name as data dash id data dash controller all attribute with data prefix. And here when we use the data method of the jQuery, we don't need to write the data prefix like this. The data method of jQuery will be able to identify id as data dash id here. So with those changes, our application should be able to show the user confirmation dialog in the form of Bootstrap model. So let's save all the changes and refresh our server and see what we have got. So here our server is up and running. Let's try to delete the pet with the name dog, and here is our Bootstrap confirmation model. So if you click on cancel, it does nothing. If you click on delete, then it will just remove the row that you want to delete. And when you finally refresh it, then our page is gone. Alright, that's it for now. I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.